another amazing time on your #1 health program, and you know how it is for me. We always do this together. It's always a very educative, informative piece for us every week. So this week we're talking about oral health, and I'm going to be asking you, when was the last time you visited the dentist? I'm sure that I already know the answer. All right, but you are the one that also likes to take sweet things, chocolates, sweets, and of course fizzy drinks, all right? And today our doctor in the house, Dr. B, was telling us what we need to know about how often you should see a dentist, how long you should brush your teeth, and of course, when was the last time you changed your toothbrush? It's very important you know all of these things. Plus, Dr. Love series this week, he'll be talking about why family planning methods fail sometimes. And that particular segment is so interesting for me because I remember that I've seen women that will tell you, I'm on family planning, I'm done having children, then the next thing, boom, the woman is pregnant again with a child. And it's like, oh, I was on family planning, I don't know what happened, I don't know why it failed. All right, all those questions will be answered today on Dr. Love's segment. Plus, Dr. Femi Ogunremi is standing by to tell us about air pollution, how to manage air pollution, right? And all of this and more on this week's edition of Health Watch. My name is Nkem Okibe. I'm a regular host on the show. We'll go on a short break. When we return, first in our lineup is Dr. Love series. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
It's that time of the year when we celebrate the joy of our lives and the future of our world. The NTA Lagos Channel 10 Children's Day Party!
Beautiful, highly esteemed.
An exciting and memorable experience for our children. A day filled with fun, learning, and unforgettable memories where children get to meet new friends, enjoy exciting games, bounce in colorful castles, watch amazing performances from participating schools, and take part in creative activities. Major highlights of the party are match pass and beauty pageants. Come ready as there are prizes to be won. Date 25th May 2026. Time 10 a.m. Venue NTA Lagos Channel 10. Gate fee 3,000 naira per child. Schools, families, and groups are encouraged to book early to help us prepare adequately. For inquiries, call NTA Lagos Children's Day celebration is not just a party, but a magical experience your child will cherish forever. Happy Children's Day!
Thank you very much, everyone. I am Dr. Love, also known as Dr. Yusuf Ademola Harun, the CEO and founder of Law for Health organization. And today we are going to talk about the part 3 of family planning. Why does some family planning fail? A woman presented with a failed family planning, and the one she presented with was even one of the most accurate one, IUCD. What is the cause? Firstly, let me let everybody know that there is no 100% family planning. However, IUCD is about 99%. So is it that this woman is among the 1% of the population that the IUCD failed? There are certain reasons why it could have failed. Number one, it could be that the woman was already pregnant. Number two, it could be that the woman has fibroid in which the IUCD wasn't properly inserted. Number three, it could be that even when the IUCD was inserted, you know, once it's inserted inside, it should form a T shape. And the fourth reason is that after the IUCD is being inserted, a woman is to go 4 to 6 weeks later to do a scan to confirm that the IUCD is properly inserted. If not, the woman might get pregnant. So the reason why there are failures are due to certain failure of or misplaced application of the device. Another example of failure could be the OCP, or oral contraceptive pills. This could fail if the woman was already pregnant, or even if the medication or the drugs have already expired. Or what if they are even using fake devices or fake drugs, as we have common in our society. And this is why NAFDAC should regulate all drugs that people use. Other methods of failure could be timing, which I talked about. In timing, it could be that the woman is pregnant, or the woman is on her ovulation and she might think she is safe. So safe period is something which is relative. Medications are also relative. And in some cases, there is something which called ectopic pregnancy from failed family planning. And in some cases, I've seen a case where a woman even used the method well and she still got pregnant. So finally, there is no method that is 100% accurate. Some people have even used the condom and they still got pregnant. So these cases are rare, but they do occur. But the advice is that we should make sure that we go to a proper medical facility. That could be another cause for failure. Where did you do this device? Is it in a quack hospital? Is it by a non-licensed medical practitioner, or a nurse who is not well experienced or registered? So these are part of the reasons for failure. So please kindly follow the accurate method and there will be no failure. One other reason before I end is that some men or some husbands don't want their women to use family planning is because they think that woman will become promiscuous if she's using it, thinking that since she has a family planning, she can sleep with anybody, knowing fully well that she will not get pregnant. Well, everything lies in discipline. With or without family planning, if somebody wants to be, they will be. But let us try to follow the accurate means of family planning, and let us plan well so that we don't fail to plan. He who plans well will not fail to plan. Thank you very much. I'm Dr. Love. We always love you.
It's always an interesting time on Dr. Love series. Dr. Love, thank you so much. And to women out there, please ensure that you go to the right place, all right? If you need to get your family planning on, and of course, you know that last week we talked about different devices, so ensure that you go to the right place and also you seek medical advice before you choose the family planning method. Moving on, up next is, I'm going to start with this. When was the last time you changed your toothbrush? I know some of you have used it for over a year, 2 years and counting. Well, let's see this interview with Dr. B and we'll be right back. Stay with us. Our guest on the show today is Dr. B, Dr. Bolutife Popola. You're welcome to Health Watch.
Thank you for having me here.
And she's a dentist. You're welcome to the program.
Thank you, ma'am.
Now, what's the importance of oral health, good oral health, to the entire general well-being of our body?
Okay, so your oral health is not just important because you want to smile, you want to feel good. The mouth is the window to the body. And from the mouth, you can detect some diseases that is happening in the heart, in the body system, the pancreas. For people that are diabetic, especially, there are signs that you see in the mouth. For diabetic people, they have a particular breath that comes out from their mouth. We call it ketonic breath. Okay. When they open their mouth and you smell that, and then you ask, "Ma'am, sir, are you diabetic?" Most of them do not actually know that they are diabetic. And when you tell them, "Go and do test," and they come back and they tell that, "Oh, my blood sugar is high. Doctor, thank you, I didn't know that." So the mouth is not just for, you know, eating and chewing. And do you know that digestion even starts from the mouth? So your oral hygiene it plays a very important role to your overall health. Multiple periodontal abscesses, you can see it from the mouth, indicates that, okay, yes, this person is also diabetic. You can see some signs of HIV in the mouth. Hypertension, you can see some signs in the mouth. Even some ulcers, you can see it from the mouth.
Wow.
Yes, so your oral hygiene is very, very important. Plus it helps boost your confidence, your self-esteem. You can go about your day and feel good about yourself, not being conscious about, oh, your mouth is paining you or you're missing a tooth. You can't talk to people, you can't take job interviews, you can't talk to clients because your mouth is not okay. So your overall health has links to your oral hygiene.
Okay, so talking about the 222 campaign,
Yes.
everyone is talking about it, but
Yes.
it's not enough to talk about it, but you don't know what exactly it stands for. So as we celebrate World Oral Hygiene on the 20th, I think this is an opportunity for you to tell the public
Absolutely.
what is 222, what is it all about?
So 222 is brush your teeth twice daily, brush for 2 minutes, and visit your dentist twice in a year. So brush your teeth twice in a day means brush in the morning and last thing before going to bed. Not that you would have brushed and then there's a movie you want to watch or you want to work and then remember that, oh, you have this snacks, you have this
popcorn.
meat, you have this fried meat that you've been eyeing since morning, and then you just go and take it and then you snack on it. That will not even, you've forfeited the whole effort of trying to brush twice in a day, because
So when that happens, what do? You brush again?
you brush again.
Okay.
Yes, if you like eat 10 times before going to bed, you brush,
brush
10
again.
times. So just make sure you brush before going to bed.
How do we achieve that? Knowing that in Lagos, you witness a lot of traffic here and there. You get home late, and you just want to eat this eba, and you don't even remember to brush your teeth.
Okay, you just have to implement it in your routines. You just have to bring it to your consciousness that, oh, okay, this thing is very important.
Okay.
I need to take my oral health serious. No matter how busy or how tired I am, when I finish eating, I can rinse with water, and then before going to bed, then just do it might not even be 2 minutes, but just
Okay.
brush
Okay.
before going to bed, because you don't want the food particles to
So
hide
hang
or
in
to
there.
stick on the tooth surfaces, and then the mouth is not active at night. You are asleep, and then there's saliva, there's bacteria. Bacteria will not see that as an opportunity to feast on those food remnants, and then they release acid. And you know, when acid touches anything, it corrodes it. So that's the same thing that happens at night. When you eat and bacteria acts on it, they release acid and then corrode the teeth, and then you now start having holes.
I'm actually enjoying this conversation. So how often do you change your toothbrush? So I had this conversation with someone, and they said he had like an awareness in the school, and they asked the children to get their old toothbrushes, and you could see some no bristles, and you could see some, like, you're like, how does this work for you? All right, so how often should you change your toothbrush?
So you're supposed to change your toothbrush every 3 months. I know some people will scream that 3 months in this Nigeria, in this economy. Well, please, 3 months is not so short a time for you to change your toothbrushes. Please change your toothbrushes every 3 months. You don't want a situation whereby the bristles are fighting, or you know, they're dancing, and then that can cause damage to the gum. The gum is very soft. You don't want it to cause damage or injury. You don't want the gum moving away from the tooth, leading to root exposure, sensitivity. So it goes beyond you just changing. You're not changing for fun. You're changing because you want to maintain a very good oral hygiene.
So doctors will always advise brush your teeth for 2 minutes at least.
Yes, 2 minutes.
What's the effect of that 2 minutes? Because I'm just talking like a typical Nigerian living in
Typical,
Lagos.
yes.
You're in a hurry, and like 2 minutes.
2 minutes.
Come on, Dr. B, what else?
But 2 minutes is not that bad. It's not that long of a
What's the
time.
effect? What are we trying to
Okay.
achieve with that 2 minutes?
So you know, we have 32 sets of teeth in the mouth, and then we divide the teeth into quadrants.
Okay.
4 quadrants in the mouth. So the advantage of that is that you touch all the quadrants in the mouth in that 2 minutes.
Okay.
So you're not supposed to brush and then spit out and go, because you miss some tooths, you miss some spaces, you miss some grooves that you're supposed to, you know, remove some tooth particles. So that's why we advise brush for 2 minutes, because that way you'll be able to engage the toothbrush properly in the right angle, with the right angle in the right spaces, and then clean, wash away those food particles or plaques that have accumulated over time.
Okay.
So please do not brush like this, and this is not how to even brush. Under 30 seconds we're done. No, please try to take out time, 2 minutes, just 2 minutes to brush it.
I hope you heard that. Just 2 minutes. 2 minutes. Just 2 minutes. So I want you to tell us, what are the dangers of taking sugary drinks?
Okay.
All right. Sugar, cake, and all of that. You know what I'm talking about.
Okay.
And if you happen to have holes in your teeth,
Okay.
in your tooth, as it were, which is better? Is it better for you to fill or you remove? Because I found that the more you remove your teeth, you see that you have holes there.
Okay.
All right, it's just empty. So sometimes you want to laugh. You know how your teeth, good dentition also gives you that confidence to smile. You want to laugh, like as if you're not confident that your teeth you're having spaces here and there, especially for people that are young. What do you have to say on that?
Okay, so first of all, I would like to say your lifestyle, the way you eat, how you eat, what you eat, affects your oral health.
Okay.
So what you eat, try to eat a balanced diet.
Okay.
Our food here in the side of, or in this part of the world, is majorly carbohydrates.
Okay.
Let's just be frank and be truthful. I recently discovered that even beans that was said to be protein had carbohydrates in it. Semo, rice, fufu, everything, even the ogbono that they said is carbohydrates. So try to balance it up with vegetables and fibers.
Okay.
Reduce sugar intake, your pastries, bread, because we eat a lot of bread in this part of the world. In Lagos, we eat bread. The inside of bread is very soft and sticky, and a lot of us, even me myself, we prefer that to the brown hard part.
Thank you for being honest.
And then when you eat the bread, we even squeeze it first before we put it into our mouth.
I don't want to mention
you're aiding destruction of your teeth.
Wow.
And then when you eat it gets stuck
inside
your teeth, on the tooth surfaces, because we have some grooves and fissures on the chewing part of the teeth, and then they stick. Even plantain, we're not supposed to eat the very ripe soft plantain because it's high in sugar content, even though it's a natural food,
and it also sticks.
So when food particles like that, or when you give your children sweet, you tell them don't break it, don't crunch it, because when you crunch it, the particles stick to those tooth surfaces. So when you eat food that are rich in carbohydrates, that is meal for bacteria, because they feast on food that are rich in carbohydrates. When they eat it, they produce acid. When acid is being produced, it corrodes, it forms holes. So it's not akokoro, like majority of people will say, that is causing the holes in the mouth. It is this cycle that happens over time that now leads to holes in the mouth.
Okay.
So when you notice that you have holes, please go to the dentist, because at first it doesn't give any sign of pain or sensitivity. Later it progresses to a bit of sensitivity, then it progresses to when you eat it pains you, and then when you don't eat the pain stop.
Okay.
But then people don't take note of that. They don't act at that point. Then they now wait till when the pain is very intense, and it usually happens at night when they can't sleep, when they can't function, and then they have exams, they have interviews, they have tests, or they have an important meeting to go for, and then they can't go for it because of all of this that have happened. So when you have holes, please visit the dentist. Do not remove your teeth. You can save them, you can fill them, you can even do a root canal and crown the tooth, because the more you remove your teeth, the more there is bone resorption, and then it makes you look older than how you actually look.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes, because then the bone resorbs, your cheek gets sunk in, and then your facial height reduces.
This is serious.
Yes, so it's not just about removing the teeth, it has an effect on your appearance.
All right, Dr. B, very quickly in 1 minute,
Yes,
what's your advice to Lagosians, to everyone watching at this time?
Please take your oral hygiene very important. Brush twice daily. Brush twice daily for 2 minutes. Visit your dentist. Even WHO has said visit your dentist twice in a year. You don't have to wait till you have pain before you visit your dentist. Visit your dentist, because then we're able to pick up some things that you might not have noticed, and then we're able to attend to them earlier before it gets worse. Because even in dentistry, the earlier treatment saves you money. So the longer you wait, the more money you give us, and we like money.
I did hear that. Thank you so much. We'll be speaking with Dr. Bolutife Popola, a dentist, and she has shared a lot of things that we need to go home with today. In fact, one of it, most importantly, is for you to brush at least for 2 minutes twice a day and see your dentist twice a year. Thank you so much for coming on the program.
Thank you so much, ma'am.
Wow. Very informative interview with Dr. B. Dr. B, thank you so much. And for all of you out there, please, if you know your toothbrush is already singing, please change your toothbrush. For your sake, for your teeth, and of course, for the information you just gathered today. Moving on, Dr. Femi Ogunremi will be telling us all we need to know about air pollution. I know that you are aware that in Lagos State, you don't just burn refuse, all right? If that's new to you, please do not do that anymore. But again, you need to stick around to see what Dr. Femi Ogunremi needs to say about air pollution. We'll be right back. The Earth is made up of 3 main components, namely land, ocean, and air, all of which are important to man's survival. Air is important for the existence of all living things. The air we breathe can be poisonous if polluted, and when this happens, it is called air pollution.
We breathe air, like, normal air, like we're in an ambient environment like this now. So there are some components inside the air that we breathe, and there are percentages that are just normal and right for us. For some reasons, you have some, pollutants that get mixed with this content, and then they sort of pollute the air. In that case, when that happens, then we say that the air is polluted.
These substances that pollute the air are called pollutants and can be caused by various sources.
Worldwide, we've had a lot of leisure. We've had a lot of, activities that promote engagement, or, things that we find as human that we enjoy, like sports, like, we drink, we do all sort of things, people smoke and all these things. These things are, we sort of enjoy them as human. But those activities are also will release some of these, some substances that will then cause pollution. So if we talk about, we now have houses that we all live in, our great, fathers, maybe they live in the jungle and things like that. But now we have houses, we have activities, we're building roads, we're doing all sorts of things. So all these activities can result in production of certain, particles or even organisms that then cause problems. So it could be from the activities, what we do, building houses, building roads, farming. We want to look beautiful, we use all sorts of things. So those things that we do can result in reduction in the quality of air that we breathe.
Air pollution is detrimental to our health and the environment at large, but can be controlled.
Governments, we have to do a lot. Personally, we need to do a lot about ourselves as well. We need to be self-aware about things that we can do. There are things that are out there that we can actually get to clean our air, like healthy air filter, which people can actually use. People have one that they can put in their cars. They have those they can put in their homes. There are things that you can put also even in health environments. So we need to be aware of the fact that this is an issue and also try to protect ourselves.
Man cannot live without air. For the best quality of life, the air we breathe must be as pure as possible. Protect it. This is where we draw the curtains on this week's edition of Health Watch. Remember that I normally say the health conscious people live longer. So you feel any symptom at all, please do not assume go to the nearest hospital and seek medical attention. Plus, if you need to talk to us, you always want to see my face on the screen, you want to sponsor this program, then reach out to us on 07060865487. Send a mail to okibeinkem@gmail.com. You missed any of the episodes, please catch up with us on our Facebook page, NTA Lagos Channel 10, on our YouTube channel, NTA Lagos Channel 10. My name is Nkem Okibe. Thank you once again for being part of this week's edition. See you next week.